One of the earliest memories of Mexicantown is me and my siblings go down to the park. We would usually get ice cream right after and then ride back home. Those memories have always been one of my favorite thing about living in Mexicantown, as it just it's something about going out to the park and having close connections with the people. I noticed that once you step outside this block of area, you notice a major change. All of a sudden, all the buildings get dull outside the city. That's one thing I loved as a kid growing up here has always been very colorful.
Ahí vamos por el puente, vamos por la Livernois, rumbo a la Michigan. Hay un tren allá arriba, pero por ahí vamos. Ay. Voy a dar vuelta aquí en el John Frank. Y ya me dio chance este güey. El John Frank, rumbo para la central. Ahí vamos en chinga.
It was in these moments that I began to understand the essence of my identity, rooted deeply in the streets and the stories of Mexicantown.
Por ahí está la casa que se quemó tiempos atrás. A ver. ¿Quién son esas? ¿Es la fea? ¿Esa es la Stephanie? No, mija, no le haga así. Se ve fea. ¿Ok? Así no. Ay, acá está mi chiquita. También aquí se ve. Ay, aquí está la chiquita. Ay, tátate. Tátate.
Aquí estoy, Cari.
But it was my dad who introduced me to the most. Mexicantown wasn't just a place, it was a part of me, woven into the fabric of being by my dad's hands. And that's my dad.
Do you think it's Geico?
I have some great memories of my cousin and I wandering the streets, being on our own, because we would love to go fishing and exploring. And we were pretty young doing it. I'm surprised we were even alive to tell the story. Because we used to go down by the river and we'd cross the railroad tracks and we'd go downtown by ourselves. And we were pretty young. So I can't begin to tell you how old we were, but we were really too young to be doing that. Time period around just before the 2000 census, there was a lot of minority set-asides. The city of Detroit was recognizing that minorities, in particular the African-American community, wanted a piece of the action. They wanted work. And so they were given business opportunities through the city. At the same time, there was this Latino community that wanted equality also, and so it was trying to show a lot of the business community through the Hispanic Business Alliance formed this professional group, and they started approaching the city for the same things that the African American community was getting. And so they named it officially Mexicantown. There are still a couple of places where you can see the signs where, and all the businesses had Mexicantown on them. And the city eventually designated this area officially on the maps between 16th Street and West Grand Boulevard and West Werner and Bagley. as the designated Mexicantown area. And so that's the history of it. But if you ask me and other people now, you look at the 3 zip codes, 48209, 10, and 16, and I consider that Mexicantown. And it's going through a lot of changes, but it's still predominantly Latino.
Last month was the worst for killings in the history of Detroit. There were 89 homicides, 1 for every dot on the map. 90% involved blacks killing blacks and whites killing whites.
In the past, Mexicantown looked different. It was dangerous with violence and gang-related crimes. For people like me, it was tough seeing friends and neighbors pass away.
They came to the same corner where a teenager was killed Sunday during the city's Cinco de Mayo parade. But this gathering isn't just to remember 19-year-old Andres de Jesus, known by his friends as Noodles. This vigil is a call for justice.
Well,
Scene 1, take 1, action. Detroit used to be really violent. Detroit formed me into being very alert in my surroundings. I've been in shootouts, so I know like when there's a shootout, you gotta duck. You gotta duck, take cover, move, get going, go to your house. Ain't nothing to see here.
real dangerous. You gotta pull out to look. Every time you get out, your fronts are way out in the street.
This family that lives on the corner just had to replace part of their fence again.
Whenever I'm like outside of the gate, I feel like I'm exposed to like the cars.
Yo lo que he notado es de que pues la educación de los niños y pues de los adolescentes se ha también ido mejorando y más que nada para los niños, pues han hecho parques nuevos en cada parque lo han renovado.
Children play at Clark Park this warm day on Detroit's southwest side. They're among the first to experience the sports courts, outdoor fitness equipment, a splash pad. The list goes on this 30-acre space.
Beautiful and it's fun, and I want my dad to come and I can play soccer.
Todas las casas las han arreglado, reparado, y desde que comenzaron a reconstruir la estación del tren, ha venido bastante gente nueva y muchos inversionistas han invertido en casas aquí y en edificios. Y pues la verdad, yo pienso que en base a eso y al puente nuevo de Canadá que están haciendo, se ha visto mucha mejoría en esta comunidad.
Mexicantown has transformed. Today, it's a symbol of strength and progress, leaving behind its troubled past for a brighter future.
A tatito venimos, ¿ok? Tatito venimos, ¿ok? Dile, ven. Dile a la cámara que ahorita vienes. Dile, Totita Mengo. Ven.
Totita Mengo.
Ven aquí, ven. Totita Mengo.
Totita Mengo.
Espérame. Ahora sí, dile, para que te vean la carita.
Totita Mengo. Mira mis ojos.
Mira sus ojos aquí.
May I have this? Sure. But what do you want with that pot, Madam Butterfly?
Ay, ok, al ratito, ok. Bye-bye.
Sálvate del calor, los cerros sin dolor, para librar la pobreza y para vivir mejor. Te tratan sin valor y critican tu voz. Todos somos esclavos y aguantar.